Hello, everybody. This is lesson number 12. I hope you had a good time so far and didn't have too many problems with the last 11 videos if you were a beginner, of course. I just want to have a real brief moment here, on talking to different banjo styles so you know what people are referring to when they talk about Scruggs style, melodic style, Reno style, such, etc. So, Earl Scruggs came up with a vast vocabulary of licks. He didn't invent the three finger style. Unfortunately, it was also people like Johnny Wisland, Snuffy Jenkins, who played three finger style, and others. But the difference between Earl Scruggs and them was that he just sort of took it to another level with a lot of different ideas how to incorporate these three finger rolls into licks that would make up a vocabulary. Like for instance, he would what we learned, and then licks like all these things you hear. That's pretty much just all Earl Scruggs, and that's what's called Scruggs style. Now, he also came up with a lot of backup, which is really Scruggs style. So he had also these licks, so it's typical Earl Scruggs style. Now, Don Reno's style, he sort of developed a single string technique and a lot of licks that would feed on the idea of playing more notes than one on an individual string. Like Earl Scruggs played a lot of rolls, and so not many repetitions on individual strings in an eighth note pattern. So he would, for instance, do this. So you alternate between the thumb and the index finger. So he used that lick. Sounds pretty good. So about that idea, Don Reno took to another level by creating licks that really do the single string thing, like and so he would then also strum. And so these ideas come from tenor banjo as well. And so I think he loved, Don Reno loved a lot of jazz and Dixieland, and swing. And so he tried to find a way of incorporating that. Earl Scruggs also had different techniques, of playing playing multiple notes on an individual string. But Don Reno just sort of came up with a repertoire of single string licks, and that's what's then called Reno style. So either single string style or Reno style. Reno style sort of is more with the licks and all that, and single string style is just more of a guitar approach. And the guitar approach would be that you have scales that you play on really not just licks but scales, and you start a note. Look here, not here. And so to have these scales played with thumb index back and forth, that's single string style. So, but before that really, took off in this sort of vein in the late 50s, early 60s, Bill Keefe, Bobby Thompson, they came up with a style that was referred to as Keith style. Sadly, it's now called melodic style. I like Bill Keith a lot. He's a great guy, and so I sometimes just call it Keith style, just for the heck of it, because he came up with a way of playing a scale, but not using more notes on one string. So he would take the middle string, then he would take the A note, that would be the next note, and put it on the lower string. And then he would play the B string open, which is the third note. And then the fourth note would be a C, so he would play that C on the third string, on the fifth fret. And then the D is the fifth note, which is open. And then the E, he played on the B string on the fifth fret. And then the F sharp on the fourth fret, first string. And then the last, the octave, the G, we have as the fifth string. So you could combine that into a roll. You don't have to remember everything I just said. I just want to show you that you can play melodic passages where every note is a melody part, like without having to that would be like single string. Something like that. And you can see that there's a lot of notes, actually melody notes, and this is all done melodic style right now. Okay, so in the end, all these styles come together. They all become one, mesh of all these different styles, even strumming and a lot of other techniques. But these are the three styles that people refer to when they talk about three-finger style: Scruggs, then Reno style, and then melodic style, single string style. These are these different styles. So I hope that helped. So let's go from here. You take care.